Hello, and thanks for joining us on our show, Spiritual States. With us is Dr. Michael Laitman. Hello, everyone. And our topic for today is fear and Yiraa. What's the difference between fear and the Kabbalistic concept of Yiraa? Well, Yiraa is a kind of caution, aloofness, a sense of something, a feeling of something maybe not so clear, something unknown, threatening somehow, but not yet defined. That's called Yiraa. It's a kind of a twilight state. Many experience it, and it's difficult sometimes to say why, what for, a kind of feeling of unease, alertness. Fear is already very clear and defined. What am I afraid of? Why? Under which circumstances is it possible to experience it, avoid it? Meaning it's an already very clear and concrete sensation, feeling inside a person. Can we say that Yiraa is more related to spiritual states? You can also relate it to spirituality, but you can also relate it to people. Why do we say Yiraa before the Creator? Yiraa before the Creator, it's a sense of caution in your relations with Him, because you understand that it's an absolute, that if you appear before, you need to come with some kind of an offer, some kind of desires that will be suitable for turning to Him, that it would be impossible to turn with disregard or something non-important. It needs to be something very special if you turn to the Creator. So it would be true to say that Yiraa before the Creator, not fear. Right, first of all, Yiraa. And Kabbalah says that the Creator, He answers to man's just one request, that a person will develop the quality of bestowal and love towards others and himself that the Creator has, meaning that he will ask to become like the Creator. Should one fear the Creator? No. No point to fear. You have to feel Yiraa. Fear is that you'd like to somehow avoid Him. It's not a good quality. And Yiraa, it's when you're in constant search of how can I get closer to the Creator, turn to Him, receive some kind of qualities from Him, to realize them in order to come closer to Him. Would it be correct to turn to the Creator all the time, or to turn to Him only when you have some kind of a really difficult state? You need to make it so that it will always be to the point. So to always turn to the Creator. No, but that there will always be a reason to turn to Him. To search for a reason to turn to Him? Not to search, but to really go forward, and then you will constantly have reasons to turn to Him. He wants for us to turn to Him all the time, or only when we really need Him? No, the Creator is interested for us to turn to Him all the time. He's capable of perceiving the billions requests of all the people at the same time? I think so. It's just that it's impossible to test, so we are under His complete control. It all depends purely on our desire, on our requests. Another thing is that anything that we feel as a lack awakens fear in us. I'm afraid of being empty, and therefore I feel fear. And there are hundreds of kinds of types of fear. So the question is, would it be correct to say that any lack that I feel in me, we can interpret it as fear, or not? No, fear is a very concrete feeling of being afraid for your unfulfilled desires, up to desires to live, exist, etc. Is fear a positive feeling? There are no negative emotions, negative desires. It all depends on how do we use them. Okay, how to use it in order to attain the Creator. If a person has no fear, how can he advance? He needs to feel fear that he might stay in this state, that he might not attain the goal, not advance, make himself a more corrected creature or created being, etc. These are all things that are necessary to him. There are different levels of fear. Fear of some kind of illness and the fear of not being able to delight the Creator. These are different kinds of fears. Of course, but still, they all need to be directed towards the one source, which is the Creator. So it's not like in psychology that sometimes teaches you how to get rid of fear. In Kabbalah, you don't need to get rid of the fear. In Kabbalah, you need to build each time a new form of fear that will propel you. A person can't advance only through positive forces. He also needs the negative forces that push him from behind, and the positive ones pull him from ahead. And you need both forces. Is there such a thing as fear of not being able to delight your friend? These are good kinds of fear already, very advanced ones, very advanced forms of fear. That you won't be able to be their guarantor, for example. Yeah. So that's positive fear, of course. And you can't do without it. Is there such a thing as direct fear toward the Creator, or it always goes through people? It's formulated between the friends in a Kabbalist group, and then it's related to the sum total of what they feel between themselves, which is the Creator. So I can't express any emotion toward the Creator directly. It has to go through the group, through the society. Right. Why so? Because there is no Creator. It's what you reveal between yourselves. So if we reveal Him, then He exists. If you reveal Him, He does. If you don't, He doesn't. You need to create this form, and therefore it's forbidden to imagine anything, because there's no such imagination. It's a quality, it's a force. That you yourself, by the way, you can't depict a force in any way. But it's what you between yourselves start to form from your mutual actions. And that force will be called Creator. And therefore it says, you create me, you make me. But still, a person, he lives in a certain world, even if he doesn't feel the Creator, the one that's revealed in the correct connection between people, but still he sees that someone created this world. There's a certain plan, there's some upper force, higher reason. Right, but this higher force is unattainable, but it exists. Of course it exists, but to become revealed. One thing is that it exists, another thing is that it becomes revealed to us. It becomes revealed to us, this force, to the measure to which we reveal it. And we reveal it only to the measure of our equivalence of form with it, and in order to reach equivalence of form with it, we need to relate to each other correctly. So it's like there are electromagnetic waves, for example. Short ones, long ones, right here, everywhere. And in order to feel them, I need some kind of detector, receiver. I need to tune it on to that wavelength. Right. So we can say that the Creator, some absolute, some higher reason exists, but in order for Him to reveal Himself, then in a group of like-minded people, I need to create such relations that will allow Him to reveal Himself. Right. So I need to study His qualities and to try and express these qualities inside the group. Kabbalists tell you about it. Okay, so going back to the concept of Yiraa. So if I have this feeling, this sense of Yiraa, feeling that maybe I won't be able to do it, or that I'm not doing it enough, in order for the Creator to be able to reveal Himself, then that's called Yiraa. Okay, thank you very much. Our topic for today was the difference between fear and Yiraa. Till next time, all the best.